It's raining. I commend you all for being here. Thank you so much. As you all know, the time to coordinate and arrange this event was very short. And right at the beginning, I want to take the opportunity to acknowledge the heroic effort of the Open Toronto organization to say, you know what, it's okay. This is an important initiative. We will get it done. And I want to ask the team just to stand up. I'm going to name them so you can see that they're all here today to support you as well. So if I could just ask Chairperson Dr. Rana Siddiqui to stand up or put up your hands so everybody who knows who you are. President Fazal Siddiqui. Our directors, Lubna Patan, Nadeem Hashmi, AJ Rana, Mazina Rafi, and Hashim Taqwi. Thank you guys again. We all know these events are not possible without teamwork. So I'd like to thank you all for joining us here today, and we appreciate your commitment and time to facilitate this important event between the business of Toronto and the government of the, I've got to say this right, government of Khaber Pakhtunkhwa. Did I get that right? After this, I use KPK. Is that okay? KP. KP. Perfect. So this, and of course, we are strategically and graciously supported by the Office of the Consulate General of Pakistan and the Consul General himself, Mr. Imran Siddiqui. And we are grateful to have here today, and I'm trying to locate it, the Honorable Minister of Research, Innovation, and Science, Minister Riza Maridi. Thank you, sir, for being here. Thank you. Before we get on with the program, just a quick few housekeeping things. Q&A is between 11:20 and 11:50. We would request that you hold your questions until that time so we can respect everybody's time and get through the information. Lunch will be between 11:50 and 12:30, and if it's as great as the breakfast was, that'll be good. 12:30 to 1:30, we will have one-on-one meetings between the World Bank and the KPK team. So if you have not had the opportunity to add your name to that list, but wish to meet with the team, please see Mr. Nadeem Hashmi, right there, and Mr. Hashim Taqwi to have your name added to the list. Now, I will invite to the stage Ms. Lubna Patan. She is a director with Open Toronto and was instrumental in coordinating this event, and she will just give the opening address from Open Toronto. Thank you, Lubna.
Thank you, Asfa. On behalf of the Organization of Pakistani Entrepreneurs in North America, Toronto chapter, I welcome the Honorable Ontario Minister of Research, Innovation and Science, Raza Moridi, Honorable Consul General of Pakistan in Toronto, Imran Ahmed Siddiqui, Head of the Delegation, KP Secretary Information Technology, Dawood Khan and his team, World Bank team, and the distinguished community and business leaders to the event showcasing business process outsourcing opportunities in KP Pakistan. Open is privileged to host the event today in collaboration with the Consulate General of Pakistan in Toronto. Founded in 1998, Open is a group of successful businessmen and the ones who want to be successful, mostly of Pakistani origin, coming together to strengthen Pakistan brand in North America. The organization has 13 chapters in 5 countries and 13 cities around the globe. These chapters are in some of the world's most dynamic hubs of entrepreneurship in the United States of America, United Kingdom, United Arab Emirates, and Pakistan. Open is helping an increasing number of entrepreneurs through mentoring, networking, and enabling access to the business opportunities. Experts from the World Bank and a high-level delegation from the government are here among us today to share the opportunities and incentives available for the business process outsourcing and software outsourcing industries in the province. The discussion shall revolve around how the opportunities offer a win-win proposition for all stakeholders, as carrying out some of the operations of your business in an offshore market where the factors of production are relatively cheaper not only results in creating jobs in that country, hence bringing prosperity, but it also helps you improve your own profit margins. We expect it to be an interactive and knowledge-sharing session. Thank you very much for joining us today. Thank you.
Pakistan is making great strides in many respects. And as it continues its march from being a frontier economy to becoming an emerging market, 2017 and the years beyond will be some of the best years in the country's 70-year or so history. So we're very excited. I don't know about you, but I want to be in Pakistan right now. And I think you'll all agree that we're living in unprecedented times, in times of unprecedented globalization, and events such as this can serve as great impetus for creating conversation and discussion between nations. We wish for today to provide fruitful dialogue, inquiry, and action plans that for further consideration leading to tangible outsourcing opportunities. We are very lucky, we are grateful today that we have the gentleman that has the accountability and the mandate on behalf of the Ontario government to help us realize the outcomes of this event. Because if you're going to make all this effort, you want to make sure that, you know, what we start gets done. Is that right? Absolutely. It is our great honor to have here the Minister of Research, Innovation and Science, again, who has the responsibility to bring forward and support the development and marketing of disruptive technologies here at home and abroad. And sir, I went on your website yesterday, and I have to tell you, I'm incredibly impressed by the amount of initiatives and amount of funds that have been devoted to doing just, you know, what we're here to do today. And having this gentleman here today is the perfect counterpart for the organization that is here from Pakistan, from the KPK government, along with the World Bank. So I would like you to help me please welcome Minister Riza Moridi, and I'm excited, just as you are, I'm sure, to hear about his vision for this collaboration between Pakistan and Canada.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamu alaikum. It's truly a great pleasure to be here this morning, and I see many friends here, Mr. Khalid Usman, Dr. Siddiqui, and many other friends from Ontario, Toronto, as well as I want to welcome a delegation from Pakistan, from Khaber Pakhtunkhwa, a province of Pakistan, as well as the friends and delegations from the United States. So welcome to Toronto. I also want to thank the Organization of Pakistani Entrepreneurs in North America, Toronto, for short known as OPEN, which is a very nice acronym, Open for Business, both Ontario and Pakistan. As well as I want to thank the Consulate General of Pakistan in Toronto, His Excellency Imran Siddiqui. He is not here with us yet, I believe, but he will join you shortly, I understand. I looked actually forward to meeting Minister Shahram Khan of the province of Khaber Pakhtunkhwa, but unfortunately he wasn't able to get his visa to Canada to be here with us this morning. I look forward to meeting him maybe in Pakistan, in my future trip to Pakistan, hopefully sometime in the near future. As you know, ladies and gentlemen, Ontario and Pakistan enjoy a strong and growing commercial relations, and as we share a common interest to deepen our bilateral collaboration, particularly in the areas of trade and investments, as well as post-secondary education. The relationship between Ontario and Pakistan is strengthened by 77,000 people of Pakistani origin who call our province of Ontario as home, and further strengthened by the contributions of nearly 150,000 Ontarians of Pakistani descent. The two-way goods trades between Ontario and Pakistan totaled $262 million in the year of 2016, and this represents a credible opportunity for both Ontario and Pakistan. Pakistan has impressive research community and is an emerging market with more than 200 million people. Speaking of research and innovation potential in Pakistan, we all know that Pakistan was the first Muslim country to produce a Nobel Prize winner in physics. That was Professor Abdul Salam. And our province's researchers have strong capabilities in infrastructure development and management, education, clean tech, and agri-food technologies and processes which are in demand in Pakistan. There are many opportunities for more collaboration between our businesses in Ontario and those in Pakistan. And I encourage the community to take a leadership role in enhancing trade and investments between Ontario and Pakistan. And in the past and currently, as you know, the Pakistan Business Council has been doing their best efforts in order to strengthen the relationship between Ontario, Canada, and Pakistan in the area of trade business. And I commend them and the business community of Ontario Pakistanis for working very hard to make sure that these relationships flourish day by day. So, ladies and gentlemen, our government is committed to building stronger links between Ontario and Pakistan. Anything we can do to improve trade significantly benefits both our jurisdictions, our countries, our economies, and indeed our people. Ontario has everything Pakistani companies need to succeed. Our economy in Ontario is the 7th largest economy in North America with $800 billion GDP. It's strong and diverse, and the North American leader in many areas. For example, in ICT, information communication technology, which is the subject matter of this forum, Ontario ranks number 2 in Americas after California. In life sciences, Ontario ranks among the top 3. It's Ontario, California, and Massachusetts. In clean tech, again, Ontario is one of the leaders in Americas. Actually, Ontario is considered to be ranks 4 in the world in terms of clean technology, with 130,000 employees, 5,000 companies, and $20 billion contribution to our GDP. Speaking of fintech, for example, again, Ontario is one of the leaders in North America. So in many, many areas of industry sector, Ontario is one of the top 3, 4, 5 leaders in Americas. And when we are talking about Americas, we are talking about 63 semi-autonomous jurisdictions, 50 states in the US, and the 13 provinces and territories in Canada. So among those 63 semi-autonomous jurisdictions in this continent, in the northern part of North America, Ontario, in terms of economy, ranks number 7, and in other areas of economy, is either number 2 or 3 or 1. In foreign direct investments, for example, Ontario ranks number 1, California ranks number 2. So we are one of the top performers in North America, and Ontario is positioned in a very, very significant, have a very significant positions in terms of economy. So all this provides an opportunity for not only for Ontario, Canada, but also for Pakistan as well, in particular Canadian, Pakistani business owners in Ontario to take the advantage of this potential of which we have in this province and try to flourish and expand their business activities with Pakistan. We have a rich environment in which innovation flourish. Ontario is a heavily research province in Canada. More than 50%, half of Canada's research capacity is located in Ontario. Every year, $15 billion of research and innovation is conducted in the province of Ontario by the government and the private sector. Just University of Toronto one of our top research universities, their research budget is about $1.2 billion. So you can imagine that how much research is conducted in the province of Ontario. Ontario's research and development tax credit is one of the lowest among the OECD countries, with 40 to 60% of expenditures in research and innovation is credited by tax credits to the corporations. And Toronto is not only Ontario's capital, but Toronto is also financial capital of Canada. And in North America, actually, Toronto is considered to be the second largest financial center after New York City, with $63 billion in revenue just coming from financial activities in the city of Toronto. And when it comes to mining industry, actually, Toronto is world's largest mining financial center. So, and Toronto is one of the 5 cities in the entire world considered to be both a startup and financial services as a global leader. So in terms of startup companies, thousands and thousands of startup companies created in Ontario, particularly in the city of Toronto and Ottawa, as well as Kitchener-Waterloo every year. And that's why the province of Ontario has made a strong commitment to fintech innovation, such as in cybersecurity, and why more than 140 fintech companies have set up their shops in Ontario. We are also preparing the next generation of fintech talents with 9 university-level degree programs and more than 175 cybersecurity courses and the programs offered by universities across the province of Ontario. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for having me here today, and I look forward to continued growth of our friendship between Ontario, Canada, and in particular Khaber Pakhtunkhwa province of Pakistan, and also expanding the business relationship between the 2 jurisdictions. I wish you a very, very productive forum today. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup, miigwech, and shukriyan. Thank you.
So I don't know if many of you invite for events, but we're pretty busy and active, and host and get involved in quite a few. But some events are just effortless to invite for, and that's really nice because you know what? That's usually when we can throw in our marketing material. The credibility of organizations like the World Bank, right, and KP government as well. And truly, we're grateful for the World Bank being here today and also the KP government representatives. I will just do a little introduction of all of the people that are here there, and then we will hear from a few of them. And I truly believe that the provincial government, the entrepreneurs that are here today, and also those of you that are the centers of influence that will go back to your contacts and to your clients, and have further discussions regarding what you heard today, are here today, and you're comfortable and can do that because of the credibility of the World Bank being here today. So we thank you. I want to introduce Anna O'Donnell. She's the Senior Social Development Specialist for the World Bank Group. Thank you, Anna. Anna, right? And also Todd Jensen, Global Operations Leader and Strategic Sourcing Expert and Consultant to the World Bank. Thank you. We are also grateful to have here the leadership from the KP government, IT board. Sorry, we've just been saying KPK all this time, so we've been saying it just sounds kind of right, but KP's good. And the KP IT board. We're excited to hear about the investments in infrastructure that have been made for BPO services and find out and hear how Ontario businesses can realize efficiencies in their operations here and innovation by moving some of the appropriate functions to the KP area. So we're looking forward to hearing from you. Thank you, Mr. Daoud Khan, Secretary, Science, Technology and IT Department, Government of Khaber Pakhtunkhwa. Shahbaz Khan, Managing Director. Yes, we can please give all of these guys a round of applause. Now you have to clap extra hard because all the other ones we didn't clap for. Shahbaz, thank you. Managing Director, Khaber Pakhtunkhwa Information Technology Board. and Ali Mahmood, Chief Technology Officer for Khaber Pakhtunkhwa Economic Zones Management Company.
Zada Ali Mahmood. I am the Chief Information Officer at Khaber Pakhtunkhwa Economic Zones Development and Management Company. KPIT Board has initiated several programs to train our youth and provide them with the skill sets, that includes the low-end skills, the medium end, and the advanced digital skills that are required for them to basically work for a BPO operator. And the idea is to provide opportunities to the 50% youth bulge that we have in the province, and that can be used as a significant demographic dividend if we provide them with the right skills and also connect them to the right opportunities that are available out there. So the purpose here is to showcase the opportunities available in KP. The government is there to facilitate the BPO operators. The BPO ready spaces have been made available. The human resources there. The cost of doing business in KP is much less compared to the rest of Pakistan and also compared to other popular BPO destinations. So I'm very hopeful that people are going to turn up. They're going to contact us, and we are going to facilitate them. We are going to learn about their requirements, and we are going to facilitate them in doing business.
Ladies and gentlemen, today we are here at this conference, which has been organized by the KP government. That are here. This is so heartening. कि पाकिस्तान से तो बहुत लोग आ रहे थे, मगर KP province to be here and giving their spiel of doing business in Pakistan, I think it's amazing. And it's amazing that they have come out so aggressively because they want to attract business, they want to do, and they are doing business in IT. And I think that is wonderful because that's where the future of the employment in Pakistan is. And I think the kind of facilities they're giving for businesses to locate there, to do business there, and they have the lowest cost of setting up a business. I think it's wonderful. I had a great experience. I listened to all the information, and I will encourage people who are thinking of doing business that Pakistan, especially KP, is a province to be.
Assalamualaikum, Farooq Beg, community activist, और I'm a member of Open, Organization of Pakistani Entrepreneurs. और हमेशा की तरह बहुत खुशी होती है जब मैं इस तरह के प्रोग्राम में आता हूँ. यहाँ पे वर्ल्ड बैंक है, KPK है, और हमारे मदरलैंड पाकिस्तान और होमलैंड कनाडा के तमाम रिप्रेजेंटेटिव हैं. और I'm so proud of my both countries. और event is really good, and next time inshallah I hope to see you all over there. और IT में और job creation में we can do whatever possible for our country back home and Canada, taking Canadian technology to Pakistan, all the expertise to Pakistan, and bringing their good work to Canada. So please next time ज़रूर आइएगा. Thank you very much.
You are watching Toronto 360 TV. Please don't go away. We'll be back after this commercial, so stay tuned.
Dixie Electronics and Appliances is your #1 destination for electronics and appliances. Choose from TVs and home audio that will entertain your whole family, to home comfort essentials for your living space, and a wide selection of appliances to build your perfect kitchen. From selection to delivery, Dixie Electronics is everything you need. Price match guarantee and 0% financing available, all under one roof. Come today at 5120 Dixie Road, Mississauga, or visit the website at dixieelectronics.ca.
A criminal charge can be an ugly and nasty surprise. Don't let bad decisions or unfortunate circumstances take control of your life. The criminal lawyers at Alam Law Chambers will listen to your story and develop the best defense for you. Nothing in life is more important than your freedom. Reliable and affordable. Alam Law.
Pabst Promo has become the largest suppliers of promotional products in Canada. If you're looking to get your business to the next level, then look no further and call 416-710-6777 or visit pabstpromo.com. Products we provide with your logo, teardrop flags, tents and banners, t-shirts and golf shirts with logo, pens, air fresheners and keychains.
Thinking of buying, selling or investing in real estate, whether it be residential, commercial or pre-construction, Arshad Bhatti and his team of professionals can help. We have guaranteed allocations in high-rise and low-rise pre-construction projects in and around the GTA. Want to be updated when a new project launches? Then join our database today and never miss out on the latest projects. Call Arshad Bhatti at 416-300-5600. That's 416-300-5600 or register at arshadbhatti.com.
More shopping?
Yes, on my home.
Welcome to Pan Am Blinds Limited. My name is Bobby, and I would like to introduce our very newest product. It is only with us with Pan Am Blinds in improved.
This combination of
and silver shades, so Venus shades, or the Shangri-La shades. So it's a very unique and new product in different color. It's an energy saver. You can save your 85% energy, and also it has child safety features over here. If you see here, if it goes down, it will open itself and you will see through from this, but ultraviolet rays controlled. No UV light will come in and you can see out, and people, they can see very slightly. Please come to our store and see how many beautiful colors we do have and enjoy your comfort of life.
अपने प्यारों को बुलाइए कनाडा में बसाइए ICC इमिग्रेशन मुस्तकबिल संवारे आसानी के साथ ICC के साथ
ICC इमिग्रेशन की RD, MD और उनकी प्रोफेशनल टीम हेड ऑफिस मिसिसागा से आपको सर्व कर रही हैं। बिजनेस वीजा, स्टूडेंट वीजा, वर्क परमिट, स्पॉन्सरशिप या किसी भी अप्रूव कैटेगरी में आप अपने प्यारों को कनाडा बुलाना चाहते हैं तो अभी कॉल कर लें 905-461-2424। It's 905-461-2424।
ICC Immigration.
Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Anna O'Donnell to the stage from the World Bank Group. Thank you so much.
Good morning, everyone. So on behalf of the World Bank, we're very excited to be here today. I'm just going to give a few remarks to introduce a little bit of where this work is coming from and how we've been working together with the government in Khaber Pakhtunkhwa. Been practicing that for a while. And then we'll turn it over for a presentation that will summarize some of the work that we've been doing and some of the recent investments and initiatives that the government has started to attract a bit more of the outsourcing sector to KP. Thank you. So I won't be giving any part of the presentation. I'm just going to give some of the introductory remarks. So the World Bank is if you don't know it, it's a large international organization. We work primarily with governments and member countries, providing technical assistance and financing for particular projects, mostly in developing and emerging markets. My team has been working together with the government of Khaber Pakhtunkhwa, specifically in the information technology sector, for the last 4 years, where we have been looking at trying to bring more jobs and growth through the IT sector, particularly for the youth population in Khaber Pakhtunkhwa. So we've been very happy to be working very closely with the government, and we've seen a great responsiveness on the part of the government, a real eagerness to work and to try to improve and make things better in the province. and a large number of initiatives that have been launched in recent years to really attract investment and to see the province grow and to really move the province to a new level. So we're really happy about that. One of the areas that we identified for potential job growth in the IT sector was the BPO industry. And as a part of that work, we've brought on board some technical experts to do some analysis of where KP stands with respect to regional and national BPO markets to understand what the competitive advantage of KP really would be in the international marketplace. And to provide some recommendations for how to strengthen and attract investment to the sector. So we'll be summarizing the results of that study and showing some of the cost comparisons. And then based on those recommendations, the government has launched a number of schemes to attract investment, and this roadshow is one of the action steps taken towards this to bring more investment to the sector. So Dr. Shahbaz will be summarizing what some of those initiatives have been over the last several months. And then we hope to meet with several of you more in a one-on-one basis to see whether this has garnered some interest among you in terms of potentially thinking of coming and investing and promoting job growth in the province. So I'll stop there. I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Todd Jensen, who's already been introduced as an expert on the outsourcing industry. He'll be summarizing some of the global trends in outsourcing and where Pakistan in general fits into this. And then Dr. Shahbaz will take it forward on the province.
Finally, we get to get cranking into some of these slides. I hope you're excited about that. I am. Really grateful to be here today. And let me tell you what we're asking you to do. We're asking you to evaluate the information for your own businesses, of course, but we want to get the word out that KP is serious about becoming an important outsourcing destination. And my background is in the outsourcing industry. I've been responsible for buying outsourced services from many different countries. I've set up operations and trained people and worked in operations in many different locations. I've worked in the popular big destinations like the Philippines, but I've also worked in some of the emerging economies in Africa and Central America and South America, some of these other places. So I'm convinced that Pakistan is ready to start stepping into that world of being one of the great outsourcing destinations. So let me walk you through what I've prepared, which is the story of outsourcing. Some of you, I sat at a table with this kind man over here, whose name I can't remember because I'm terrible with names. But we had a conversation. He's an expert in outsourcing. I'm sure many of you have some expertise. I just want to give you a quick sense from my perspective of where the outsourcing industry is, where it's going. The money is not slowing down going into the outsourcing industry. Notwithstanding what Donald Trump likes or dislikes, people and companies are continuing to outsource because it makes sense. It makes sense for economic reasons, but it also makes sense because the expertise to manage large internal operations projects is all in these outsourcing countries. So that's why they're all continuing to spend their money in this sector, and why that's not going to slow down anytime soon. This is a Deloitte survey that shows that interviewed CEOs from across many sectors. You'll see on one of these axes, you'll see all the different sectors that were interviewed, and this is their assessment on who is outsourcing, and the next slide will be a little, and also whether they plan to increase or not. Pretty much every sector is doing some outsourcing, and most notably the functions within those. Look at the IT and the legal, the tax, the HR, all of those functions in outsourcing, they're all planning to increase the amount of outsourcing that they're doing over time. And this is also from that Deloitte. This is also from that Deloitte survey on why they're outsourcing. They're obviously seeing it as a cost-cutting tool, but I think this is really important. The second reason there is to enable the focus on core business. Increasingly, companies are not interested in mastering the full range of services that they have to provide. They want to focus on what their mission is, what they're particularly good at, and find a partner, company that can deal with the rest successfully. Scale is also a big issue, and I'll talk about that a little more here in a minute. This is one of my favorite slides, and we're going to be making this PowerPoint presentation available to all of you, so don't worry about that. You'll all have access to this. This 60-second slide it's just ridiculous. Look at all the kinds of things that are happening in an internet minute. This is in 2017, so it's already a little old. But in 2017, $751,000 were spent online every minute on the internet. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. And look at these Instagram, Facebook. Look where people are spending their time. And email. You're sick of email because you get up in the morning and you got 200 emails that you have to go through. Well, you know, that magic hope that you have, that you live for, that someday email will go away, yeah, that's not going to happen. Look at that list. 156 million emails sent. That's in a minute. So what this tells you is that consumers, and it's not just in developing countries, or in the developed countries, not just in Canada, it's not just in the United States and Europe, in everywhere, consumers are interacting with each other and with their favorite companies online. Now, what does that mean for the outsourcing industry? Well, it means that if you're in the insurance business, for instance, you're not going to get a lot of new customers going door to door. You're not going to get a lot of new customers sending a glossy brochure to somebody in the mail. How many of you even check their mail once a day, your physical mail once a day? Okay, well, I'm sorry that you do that. That's sad for you that you still feel like you need to do that. But most people are not checking their mail every day. And so the way to get to customers is through these interactions online. So banks, insurance companies, all these providers of services are having to digitize their presence and their business in order to get in front of where their customers are going. And guess who does that type of work better than anybody else? It's the outsourcing industry, has the expertise to give you that kind of access to those customers. And look at the Netflix graph. That Netflix graph shows you the red is the US, blue is international. So Netflix is taking off, but it's growing even stronger in international markets than it is in domestic markets. So this is not just a U.S. market. So Pakistan, all these countries that are emerging into the new economy are skipping steps that other countries have had to go through, and they're starting to enter immediately into a digital phase. So if you're Unilever, if you're Microsoft, if you're IBM, you're Apple, and you want to talk to your emerging market customers, so outsourcing is important. And these trends are changing outsourcing. There's still a lot of conventional outsourcing, customer experience, those type of outsourcing functions. But as more and more companies are born digital, they live in their own code, and their code is one of the special, unique things that they offer to the marketplace. They're looking for outsourced partners that can help them scale. I don't know if you heard there's a Bitcoin selling company in California that's in all kinds of trouble right now because They went big, and they got some traction, and they got huge demand, and they couldn't handle it all. And they started having problems with the banking transactions. They started having problems with getting back to customers or having a problem. Within a week, it had turned into a huge public affairs disaster for the company. And it's simply that they didn't have the capacity to scale to meet all the customers that they were getting. That trend is going to continue, and outsourcing is going to be the solution. One last part of the outsourcing story. You may be asking yourself, isn't India the most important country in outsourcing? Well, it's still the biggest. They still have the most people that are doing outsourcing work there. But this chart shows you that lots of operations and people are fleeing India to go to other destinations. The man I was talking to today and I were talking about how in the Philippines has already taken a large share of the voice work from India because they're better at it. And, you know, success follows success. And so, you know, Philippines has become this huge outsourcing destination for voice work. But they're also going to all these other places. They're going to these other places because companies are nuanced in their choice of outsourcing destinations. They don't just go to one country anymore. They go to one country to get a certain type of expertise. They go to another country to get the best price for certain simple transactional tasks. They go to another country to be near shore to where their customers are, to be in the same time zone. So most large outsourcing companies have 3 to 5 different destinations that are part of their portfolio. And I think KP is one of those emerging destinations that's going to increasingly be in people's portfolios. So let me walk you through just a handful of slides to give you my assessment of Pakistan generally, and then Dr. Shabazz will walk through KP specifically. You'll see this slide. There's a lot to read here. I won't go through it. But the thing that should strike fear in the hearts of all other outsourcing destinations is that 207 million population number. Jamaica, Belize, a lot of these other destinations, Kenya, they're all emerging as destinations, but they're not going to go very far because they don't have very large populations. And the smaller your population is, the faster the prices are going to increase for the talent in those regions. Let's look at Pakistan generally and follow the money. So this chart here shows Pakistan's foreign investment. So it's increasingly becoming a place where people want to put their money, want to take advantage of the local emerging market. The stock market has been performing well, and just about all the economic research that I've found is uniform in saying Pakistan is going to continue to invest in infrastructure. It's going to continue to invest in power. So all of those things countrywide are going to continue to get better and cheaper over time. The government's pretty set, and they've got a lot of local partners and regional partners that are helping to invest in that, like the Chinese. Pakistan's GDP is improving. One of the things that makes I think you were speaking to what an exciting time it is for Pakistan to be emerging from some of its history and difficulty. Those are pretty strong projections for the GDP coming out. It's had several strong years prior to now, but that looks to only continue. And one of the things we look at when companies want to start operating in Pakistan, they pay pretty careful attention to how hard or easy it is to do business. So I just wanted to highlight that on the World Bank's Doing Business indicator, Pakistan improved in almost every category, especially in working careers. So there's been a lot of systematic work to make it easier to engage and to do business in Pakistan. This is one of the greatest slides ever. So A.T. Kearney is a global research service, and every year they publish a ranking of countries and how attractive they are as outsourcing destinations. So Pakistan sits about in the middle, but look at these three areas of criteria that they work with: financial attractiveness, people skills and availability, both of which Pakistan does very well, and then business environment. So in this business environment capacity indicator, that's Pakistan's problem, is the perception of security issues. So part of this assessment includes data related to the perception of security issues in Pakistan. Pakistan ranks number 4 of all 55 countries on this list for financial attractiveness. Number 4 out of all these destinations for financial attractiveness. So just a slight change in this perception of security, and the government, like Dr. Shabazz and the government of KP being assertive in going out and indicating that their region, their province is ready for business. Just those type of things is going to make a huge impact overall to Pakistan's attractiveness for outsourcing. And then and finally, I'll just some of the business things that are important at the federal level is Pakistan allows 100% repatriation of capital. IT exports are tax exempt, at least for the next year or two. And foreign investors are allowed to repatriate profits in the currency of their investors. And then finally, the State Bank of Pakistan allows a 30% depreciation on IT. So the IT board, the government of KP has even better incentives than that. But the overall federal environment is positive for outsourcing. So prices are good, talent is strong. And I'll just conclude by saying before we started this trip in San Francisco, I was in Pakistan, in Peshawar, and we graduated a class of a training group that we had gone through to train on an online outsourcing platform. So we had 4 cohorts. 2 cohorts were men, 2 were women. We trained them equally on how to perform outsource-related tasks on this platform. And from a quality and a production perspective, I thought they all did well. The women actually did better than the men. And that surprises no one that actually knows a woman. If you don't know a woman, then I'm really sad for you. But the women actually had less IT training than most of the men, and they still did better. There's a curiosity, conscientiousness about learning the task. In some countries I've been in, young people are really shy when they're learning to perform certain tasks, or they're shy or nervous about working for somebody in a technical role or sector. But we were very pleased with the openness and the assertiveness of the people there in KP. And of course, with the graduation ceremony, everybody's lined up for selfies like they are with every other country, making people feel like rock stars. But there's an energy and a vibrancy, and the government in KP has locked into that. And they've sensed that, and I think you'll find they're really committed to giving these young people an outstanding shot at the future. So I'm very pleased to turn the time over to Dr. Shabazz.
Ji, Assalamu alaikum. So we are here at the World Bank and KPK event. Incredibly grateful to have these leaders here with us, and Mr. Imran Siddiqui, thank you for being here. Consul General of Pakistan. Daud Khan, thank you for being here from KP. Khalid Usman, thank you. Sir, would you like to, I would love for you to say a few words about what you see as the vision for this initiative and what it could do for business in Canada and Pakistan as well.
ये उर्दू का चैनल है जी, है उर्दू का चैनल.
ठीक है, आप.
हाँ जी, मैं ये कहना चाहता हूँ कि ये बहुत अच्छा इनिशिएटिव है. इस तरह पाकिस्तान अभी पिछले दिनों फेडरल मिनिस्टर फॉर कॉमर्स एंड टेक्सटाइल वाज हियर and we discussed this thing with our interlocutors. He had very good meetings with his with Canadian counterparts कि ये IT एक ऐसा प्लेन है जहाँ पर ना ओशंस की ज़रूरत है, ना शिपमेंट्स की ज़रूरत है, और आप फिर भी बिज़नेस कर सकते हैं और ज़्यादा अच्छा बेहतर बिज़नेस कर सकते हैं. और विद हमारी वाइब्रेंट जो प्रोड्यूसर्स हैं और उनकी जो प्रोडक्ट्स हैं वो उधर हैं और यहाँ पर एक बड़ी मार्केट है. तो चैलेंज ये है कि किस तरह उन प्रोडक्ट्स को यहाँ पर मार्केट किया जा सके और उस परसेप्शन को जिसका आपने भी तज़किरा किया है कुछ स्पीकर्स ने कि है पाकिस्तान के बारे में, उसको ज़ाहिर किया जा सके. तो इस तरह के इनिशिएटिव्स जो हैं उस परसेप्शन को ख़त्म करते हैं नेगेटिव जो पाकिस्तान के बारे में है. और वो जो प्रोडक्ट्स हमने प्रोड्यूस किए हमारे लोगों ने, हमारे यंग जनरेशन, बहुत हमारे फ्रीलांसर्स हैं एटसेट्रा, वो जो कुछ कर रहे हैं उसको सही तरीके से सही कॉन्टेक्स्ट के साथ यहाँ पर मार्केट करने में ये इनिशिएटिव बड़ी मदद करते हैं. मगर मेरी उम्मीद है कि ये यहाँ पर रुकेगा नहीं मामला, और भी इस तरह के इंटरेक्शन होंगे. फ़िज़िकल ना हो सकें तो कम से कम सोशल मीडिया पे कुछ हो सकें. आपने जितने भी यहाँ पर लोगों से मिलवाया है, मैं सेक्रेटरी साहब हैं, मैं इनसे रिक्वेस्ट करूँगा कोई फ़ेसबुक पेज बना दें ताकि कम से कम जो आज के दिन जो लोग आए हैं इसमें वो तो कनेक्ट हो सकें ना, और आप उनको शोकेस कर सकें और वो आगे से फिर आपको मज़ीद लोगों से कनेक्ट करा सकेंगे. मगर देयर शुड बी सम प्लेटफॉर्म, क्योंकि अगर प्लेटफॉर्म नहीं होगा तो फिर ये एक जगह जमा होंगे लोग, अगले दिन गायब हो जाएंगे इधर उधर, तो फिर मामला चल नहीं सकता आगे. तो मार्केट को फोकस करने के लिए हमें लोगों को साथ लेके चलना पड़ेगा, और अगर नई चीज़ें आ रही हैं वो उनको हमें इन्फॉर्म करते रहना पड़ेगा. उसके लिए कम से कम सोशल मीडिया पे कोई इनिशिएटिव लॉन्च करने की ज़रूरत है.
मैं थोड़ा ऐड करना चाहूँगा कि हमारे यहाँ आ जाने का मकसद यही था कि यहाँ के जो मुख्तलिफ BPOs कंपनी हैं या दूसरे इन्वेस्टर्स इंटरेस्टेड हैं उनको हम बता सकें, और जब जो इनिशिएटिव्स हम KP में हमने लिए हैं और किस तरह खैबर पख्तूनख्वा जो है वो दैट इज़ द नेक्स्ट BPO डेस्टिनेशन. इसके सिलसिले में मैं ये कहना चाहूँगा कि मौजूदा हुकूमत ने पहली बार एक बड़ी कॉम्प्रहेंसिव डिजिटल स्ट्रेटजी जो प्रेजेंटेशन में आपने देखी, तो ये उसकी कड़ी है, उसके एग्जीक्यूशन की कड़ी है. और मकसद आने का ये है कि टू डेवलप लिंकेजेस एंड स्टार्ट द डायलॉग सो दैट वी कैन रीच सम कंक्लूजन, मतलब कि फ्रूटफुल आउटपुट्स.
एक्चुअली जो हमने आज सुना है, मैं तो हैरान परेशान रह गई हूँ कि इतने ऑर्गेनाइज तरीके से सब कुछ लाया गया है, और जहाँ तक जो ऑडियंस भी अटेंडेंस में थे सही इंटरेस्ट ले रहे हैं, और मुझे लग रहा है कि वाकई बहुत सारे पोटेंशियल इसके आउटकम्स हैं जो वाकई होंगे. सर, हम आपका सुन रहे हैं कि हम इसका कुछ करेंगे, इसको कंटिन्यू करने के लिए सोशल मीडिया और भी तरीक़ों से.
Well, I think it was fantastic. It's the first time an initiative from KP happening, and I was quite impressed because, I didn't expect the kind of presentation that was made. Daud sahab, aapko mubarak ho, and mashallah, it's a great initiative, and you have the right people here. And I think, jo Council General sahab ne kaha hai, I think it's a very good idea. Put all of them together because that's the only way, and you can expand that base. क्योंकि आज का लेके उनको जुमा करके एंड देन दे कैन ऑल एक्सपैंड. बट आई थिंक इट्स अ ग्रेट इनिशिएटिव. आपकी गवर्नमेंट को आपको बहुत बहुत मुबारक हो. एंड आई थिंक व्हाट आई हर्ड टुडे इज फैंटास्टिक एंड कमिंग फ्रॉम द KP government, which I belong to. I belong to KP and I'm very, very impressed. Thank you very much.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम, मेरा नाम फजल सिद्दीकी है और मैं प्रेसिडेंट हूँ ओपन टोरंटो का, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन फॉर पाकिस्तानी एंटरप्रेन्योर्स ऑफ नॉर्थ अमेरिका. ये हमने इवेंट वी होल्ड दिस इवेंट फॉर वर्ल्ड बैंक एंड KP के गवर्नमेंट टू शोकेस देयर बिजनेस प्रोसेस आउटसोर्सिंग opportunities in Canada. This has been a very highly successful event with people attending from all walks of life who are in IT industry and had a very good interaction. We have so many requests for one-to-one meeting after that. So we look forward to building on this and helping companies look into the possibilities of outsourcing and doing business with KPK government and do our bit. Open is by itself. Our mandate is to promote business and entrepreneurship in North America, in Canada precisely. So we work with organizations like that, and we'll continue working in the future as well. Thank you so much.
आज हम टोरंटो में हैं और we have met a number of participants arranged by the Open Network. And we are here to showcase the investment opportunities available in Khaber Pakhtunkhwa in the IT sector. And also we want to position Khaber Pakhtunkhwa as the next outsourcing destination. And there's a big value for all of the businesses that would want to outsource part of their businesses and those who are currently operating in other parts of the world to have their teams and outsource their work, especially in Manila and Vietnam and other parts of Pakistan also. So what we discussed today is that the value proposition that KP offers is significantly better in terms of the low wages and the low rentals. And we also showcase a number of other initiatives, including that of cybersecurity, blockchain, the early age programming, the skill development, the digital skill development program, which is one of the largest and the first of its kind in Pakistan, with 40,000 digital skills training across the province. So what we are pitching here today is that Khaber Pakhtunkhwa is a large skill base and talent pool that's available for the industry and for the investors to make use of, and the government is there with all of its full commitment to support the investors in different ways and provide the business facilitation. So the response is very good, and we have all of the expectations, especially the overseas Pakistanis. They are the first resource that can help us realizing this dream. And what we've realized is that every Pakistani is very deep rooted back in Pakistan. They want to give back, and this is a very good sign. So it is very good, and we love to be here with all of the very distinguished and high achievers from the Pakistan community. Thank you very much.
आप देख रहे हैं टोरंटो 360 टीवी
और हम वापस आते हैं कमर्शियल ब्रेक के बाद।
आप देख रहे हैं टोरंटो 360 टीवी। जाइएगा नहीं, हम ब्रेक के बाद वापस आते हैं।
Years ago, an elderly immigrant couple dreamed of serving the poor, feeding and educating needy children, supplying fresh water to people living in remote desert areas, providing disaster relief to the needy around the world. Since 1993, we've been serving people in need. Muslim Welfare Center. Service to humanity is service to Allah.
Are you confused about the new mortgage rules that you may or may not qualify for your mortgage or for your next investment property? Do you need expert mortgage advice? Call Team Salman today to get the right advice and find out how you can qualify for the mortgage you deserve. Call today or visit us at www.teamsalman.com. We deliver mortgages.
जब भी बात होती है कार एक्सीडेंट की तो हम तलाश करते हैं एक लॉयर को और हमारे पास मौजूद हैं डेविड हिमोफार।
Yes, thank you. I'm David Himmelfarb. I have over 30 years experience in personal injury matters. We have a downtown Toronto location with over 22 lawyers to service you. And we speak your language, Urdu, Punjabi and Hindi. We have a great community liaison, Anjum Qureshi.
आप हमें कॉल कर सकते हैं 416-570-0157।
Knowledge, integrity, experience, and service. These are really the elements you are looking for in a good financial professional. Whether it is life and critical insurance to protect your family and business, retirement savings to live comfortably, education savings to educate your children, group health benefits to safeguard your employees, or travel and super visa insurance for your friends and family. That's what Zaid Syed of Arouge Financial brings to your table. Call him at 905-624-0008 or visit ArougeFinancial.com.
If you are looking for a reliable, professional, and affordable travel agency in your town, then your search is over. Global Travel and Tours is your personal travel partner. Our dedicated staff always ready to make your trip hassle-free, memorable, and cost-effective. We will assist you with hotel reservations, the transportation, visa assistance, and travel insurance. Please give us a call right now at 1-877 275 3555.